Talk about tonight, Donald Trump is losing his mind and his hands. He's inventing new ways to do makeup wrong, and he has a dream that one day he will not be judged by the content of the Epstein files. Let's kick things off with distractions. What it looks like when they're fed to the media, and what it looks like when they don't work. Because right now, Donald Trump is desperate to move on from the Epstein files. But the story is only building.
Picture this. Donald Trump gets verbally dismantled by a guy who sounds like he's just there to return a library book. That's Josh Johnson. No yelling, no theatrics, just calm, calculated truth delivered with the precision of a surgeon. Trump's ego didn't just take a hit. It leaked all over the floor like a pop balloon. This wasn't a roast. This was a quiet demolition, and somehow that made it 10 times worse.
Like held him down, shook him a little bit. We didn't do this one. But while we wait to see if Ghislaine survives this interview, Trump has been doing everything that he can to keep those files under wraps. He's even got his friends in Congress trying to help. Mike Johnson shut down the House just to avoid a vote on the release of the files.
Imagine your Wi-Fi router being roasted by its own software update. That's what it felt like when Josh Johnson went after Trump. No shouting, no rage, just soft-spoken savagery from the guy who looks like he'd rather be reading. Josh didn't need volume. He came with precision, slicing Trump's image apart like a stealth assassin in khakis.
President Trump made big promises about lowering drug prices once he got in office, but all the haters said he was never actually going to get it done. Well, guess what, haters? His promises just got even bigger.
We're going to get the drug prices down, not 30 or 40%, which would be great, not 50 or 60, no. We're going to get them down 1,000%, 600%, 500%, 1,500%. Numbers that are not even thought to be achievable.
Yeah, I also thought it would not be achievable to lower drug prices.
Before we go any further, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell. Because quiet truth bombs like this, you don't want to miss them. While most people attack Trump with a jackhammer, Josh shows up with a scalpel and a sigh. His commentary didn't explode, it unfolded. Trump looked less like a former president and more like a capture fail with access to the nuclear codes.
Just so you understand, lowering drug prices 100% means it's free. Lowering it past that means they're going to give you money. Like, next year's Forbes billionaires list is just going to be a bunch of dudes with leukemia. On the bright side, we're actually going to be bankrupting insurance companies instead of the other way around. You know, if Trump had enacted this sooner, that CEO would have shot Luigi.
This isn't some spittle-fueled late-night rant. No keyboard rage here. Josh went full brain surgeon, methodically removing the screws holding Trump's persona together, one smirk at a time. If satire were a martial art, Josh would be a grandmaster of polite humiliation. He doesn't roast. He erodes.
He does have a plan here. It's not to put a cap on the drug prices. That'd be too easy and simple.
We're working very hard right now to get the other countries to lift up their prices a little bit and to get the drug companies to put it to them. And if they don't, the drug companies will have a lot of problems, and they are mostly agreed to it. And if the countries don't, then as an example, if it's Europe, I'll say, that's okay. You're no longer allowed to sell cars.
Trump, bless his TV host heart, walked into Josh's monologue like he was entering a beauty pageant without his spray tan. And Josh, he casually pointed out that Trump is basically your conspiracy-loving uncle on Facebook, with nukes. From staring at eclipses to pitching bleach as a health hack, Trump didn't need exaggeration. He was a joke. And Josh, he told the truth so calmly, it felt like a sociology professor grading your worst ideas.
Out for the summer, like they found a dookie in the pool. But trying to shut down the release of the files only makes them more interesting. So over the last week, Trump has been throwing every distraction he can at us. And I want to go through some of them to show you how desperate he's getting. Let's start with his go-to distraction. Obama.
The witch hunt that you should be talking about is they caught President Obama.
Then came Trump's vocabulary, and oh boy, Johnson didn't even raise an eyebrow. Just quietly pointed out that Trump thinks oranges is the plural of origins. His tone? Pure tech support. His vibe? Done with your nonsense. Trump's word salad wasn't just embarrassing. It was a grammatical crime scene. And when Josh recapped Trump University like a failed bedtime story, the audience wasn't just laughing. They were finally exhaling.
Treating Americans like a kid you can bribe with a treat. Allow me to demonstrate what Donald Trump is going for here. I don't care about pedophilia anymore.
This wasn't stand-up. It was group therapy disguised as comedy. Josh looked like he hates small talk, yet served up poetic vengeance like a seasoned hitman. The deadliest line? Telling a man obsessed with crowd sizes that his approval rating fits on a cocktail napkin. Josh didn't roast Trump. He edited his memoir in Comic Sans. And every line landed like a mic drop from a meteor.
Epstein died back in 2019, but not since Tupac Shakur has a dead man dropped so many bangers. Yesterday, video of the government questioning him back in 2010 started making the rounds, and you'll never guess whose name came up. Go ahead, guess.
Have you ever socialized with Donald Trump in the presence of females under the age of 18?
Then came the sequel. The rallies, the bans, the lawsuits. Trump went from leader of the free world to man yelling at golf balls. And Josh narrated it like a bad Netflix spinoff. Most critics treat Trump like a beast. Josh treated him like a broken printer, observing calmly, then dropping the most devastating diagnosis of all. You're not leading a movement. You're running a televangelist garage sale.
Down as a yes. I'll be honest, I've never heard anybody plead anything other than the fifth before. But this guy's so guilty, he's calling out every amendment he can think of. Like, no, what's the one with the women voting? 19, throw that in too. Now, this video was dropping less than a day since we found out Pam Bondi reportedly warned Trump back in May that his name was in the files multiple times. And it just so happens her next appearance was scheduled last night at a summit against human...
Forget shouting matches and sweaty rants. This was comedy with a scalpel. Quiet, cold, surgical. Josh didn't need fireworks. He planted landmines. You laughed, then it hit you. That wasn't just a joke. It was a reality check. While others scream into the void, Josh whispers truths that echo louder than Trump's rally speakers. The punchlines didn't just land. They haunted.
Care about Cole or Trump's health. Don't worry. He's got some true crime for you.
This morning, the Trump administration releasing more than 230,000 pages of records related to the assassination of civil rights icon Martin Luther King Jr.
That's how bad things are for Trump. His back is against the wall so hard, he's releasing more black history. Might be the worst distraction because all he did was remind us that he can declassify thousands of secret files, and people noticed.
Bernice King, the daughter of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., posted this picture on social media with a caption that simply reads, "Now do the Epstein files."
Trump thrives in chaos. He swims in noise like a shark in blood. You yell, he yells louder. But Josh, he whispers, leans in like he's about to ask for your Netflix password, and instead drops a nuclear truth bomb. The crowd didn't know whether to laugh or gasp. That's next level satire. When the joke ends and silence follows. That's when you know he landed the kill shot.
Knows Epstein so well. They were friends. Trump lived so close to Epstein in Florida that Epstein had to knock on his door and let him know he was on the sex offender registry. Like, that's how close they lived together. He knocked on the door, was like, "Hi,
The court has ordered me to notify you that I'm in the area. I have been convicted of a few crimes, and I left my suit jacket over here last night, so that's great.
And here's the wild part. It took a soft-spoken comic to say what news networks wouldn't. Josh didn't dodge, deflect, or dramatize. He just calmly said what millions were thinking. While media twists itself in knots, Josh shows up and says, "You see it, right?" Trump's alpha male routine? Josh didn't challenge it. He studied it like a rare zoo animal. That's what made it fatal. He didn't play the game. He narrated it and won.
Are doing tariffs? Damn right we are. I ain't scared of shit. Not even more expensive housing? Tariffs are off. Okay. But that will increase the trade deficit. On again. What about the price of breakfast? Off in the morning, on. But Canada is retaliating. Off with Canada, on with China. We'll go to war with China. I don't give a f***. Josh. China has nukes. No tariffs on China.
Josh didn't scream about scandals. He didn't rant about insurrections. He simply said, "The emperor's hair looks like cotton candy." And suddenly, everyone saw it. Trump survived the FBI, survived impeachment, but couldn't survive a deadpan roast from a man who sounded like he was reviewing printer ink. And now, with each calm jab, his myth cracked, piece by piece. No drama, just damage. Microphone clip.
So many people that came out and they were like, look, what the whole reason that we joined this MAGA movement, the whole reason that we thought Trump being in office was a good thing is because it would mean more good jobs for Americans. And look, if you genuinely believe that, then I don't. Yeah, I mean, no, I'm not being. I'm saying, like, if you.
People joined the MAGA movement thinking it meant jobs and change. And maybe some truly believe that. But Josh didn't come to scream at them. He came to reveal the quiet truth underneath the noise. In an era where everyone is fighting to be the loudest, Josh's superpower is not caring if you notice. And ironically, that makes you notice. He's not chasing trends. He's exposing delusions. And in Trump's circus of hyperbole, Josh might be the most dangerous act of all. He didn't just roast Trump. He calmly showed us the emperor was never wearing clothes. No yelling, no sweat, just the truth and a mic.